Welcome back to my channel. Today we are making a pet system inside Roblox Studio. Let's get started scripting. First of all, we need to make some folders on the workspace. Let's name the first one eggs. Let's duplicate it and rename the other one to pets. Yeah, I think this egg right here looks pretty good, so you can just find that egg in the description if you want to, or you can just use your own egg. It does not matter. Let's rename it to egg. Let's drag it into eggs. Let's insert a proximity prompt, and let's write the action text: buy egg $100. Great. So now we have our folders, we have an egg. We can also just make another one if you want to, just to test. Let's just make 3. Okay, so now we want to add some events under replicated storage. Let's insert 2 remote events. Rename the second one to hatch egg, and this other one to equip pet. Let's also insert a folder, and let's rename it to pets. I made these 2 pets off camera. Let me see here. We have the green pet, the purple pet, and the green pet that I made. And inside them, you can see that we have one main part. And that main part is very important. So make sure that one of your parts is named main part, and make sure the primary part of the model is set to the exact same primary part. So let's just drag them both into this pets folder under replicated storage. Now we can start making our interface. Let's go in and select screen GUI. Let's set the name to pet GUI. Let's create a frame, call it hatch frame. The anchor point to 0.5 on both axes, and the position to the center as well. So 0.50, 0.50, and the size to 0.3, 0.0, 0.45, 0.0, and the background transparency to 1. Let's into this we can insert a viewport frame, and we can set the anchor point to center again, so 0.5, 0.5, and we can set the position to center as well. Yes, and we can set the size to 1, and the background transparency to 1. And we can also insert into this hatch frame a image label with the anchor point 0.5, 0.5, and the position to center as well. And let's set the image to the sunburst icon that I have, and set the scale type to fit, and then we can set the size to 0, 0, 0. Yeah, we can also set the background transparency to 1. Let's rename it to sunburst icon. Now we can go ahead and also insert a local script into this frame called local hatch handler. We can also create a new part, a normal part, a block, and set this size to 111, the anchor to true, can collide to off, and we can set the position to, let's see, the position to 0, 0, minus 7. So 0, 0, minus 7. Oh, minus 7. Okay. That's great. But we can set the orientation to minus 180 on the Y. We can duplicate it and rename this new one to part 2. And we can set the Z to minus 20. We can duplicate again, call it part 3, and set this Z to minus 40. We duplicate one more time, set the name to part 4, and the Z to just minus 4. Let's select them all and put them into the local hatch handler. Okay. Inside this script, we can also insert a new frame. Let's set the name to pet and the background transparency to 1. And inside it, we can insert a string value called pet name. We can also insert a viewport frame once again. Set the anchor point to 0.5 on the position as well. We can set the size to 0.9. And now we are done inside this thing. Actually, let's go ahead and insert a UI corner into the viewport frame with 0.050. We can also insert a text button called click button. Let's set the background transparency to 1, size to 1, and the visible to z index to 2, and the text transparency to 1. Okay, great. And now we can just close the hatch frame and insert a new frame called inventory frame. Let's set the anchor point to 1.5. Background color 30. Border size pixel to 0, of course. And let's set the position to 1.225 minus 8.50. And the size to 0.2250, 0.60. And inside we can insert a UI corner with 0.0250 and a UI stroke with white as the color. And we can set the thickness to 3. We can also insert a new label into the inventory frame called pets label. Let's set the anchor point to 0.50. The position to 0.5, minus 0.15, and the size to 0.8, 0.15. We can set the background transparency to 1, the text to pets. Let's turn text scale to true, of course, and let's set the font to Oswald and the weight to light. We can also insert a new button, and we can name it toggle button. Toggle button, and the anchor point is 0.5, color 30, border size pixel 0, and the position to minus 0.17, minus 3, 0.50, the size to 0.15, 0.34, the font does not matter, just set the text transparency to 1. And inside, insert a label called rotate a label. Text transparency 1, color white, size 1, sorry, anchor point 0.5, position center. We can set the text scale to true, color to white, font to what font do we want to use? I think we can just go with this one, Source Sans. It's pretty good. Set this text to this arrow. We can also insert a UI corner and set it to 0.20 and a UI stroke with the color to white. Let's set the apply stroke mode to border, thickness to 3. We also want to insert a local script called local click handler. Now we want to insert into the inventory frame a frame called container, background transparency 1, size 1, and into it insert a UI grid layout. Set the padding to 0.000, the size to 0.330, 0.250, and inside this container insert a UI padding. Set it to 0.020 on them all. Let's also insert a new local script called local equip handler. Now it's time to start scripting our scripts. Let's do the local equip handler first. That's the local click handler script. We can now do the local hatch handler script. Let's do the local hatch handler as well. That is our local hatch handler script. We can now go over to server script service and insert some scripts. Let's rename the first one to leader stats. Let's create another one called pet handler. Inside it, make a module script called pet module. Let's do the pet handler first. That's the pet handler. Now let's do the pet module. That is our pet module. We just need to do one more thing now. Inside our pet module, we need a align orientation with these properties. In an align position with these properties. Make sure to set them to the exact same. Now it's time to test. We forgot to make our leader stats. Actually, let's do that real quick. That's the leader stats. Let's go and test one more time. Okay. I wrote attachment wrong. Make sure to remove these E's. So just like this. Let's give it another try. Make sure to go into the pets. Select these. Set the position to 0, 0, 0. We need to select the viewport frame. Set the Z index to 2. Now the pet is loading. Okay, great. Let's check the inventory. We have a pet. We can get another pet. And if I'm doing many at a time, they would just go immediately inside this place. So we have a pet, we can walk around with it. We can change the pets and everything like that. So thank you guys for watching my video. Have a great day and make sure to subscribe.